up guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're doing my favourite monsters, spells and traps. And I know they're all XYZs here, but maybe I can do a monster another day. But it's going down in reverse order, so it's 3, 2, 1. And third, it's Castell. This probably should be second, but the other one's just more fun. So this is third because basically it doesn't destroy the monster, but sometimes that can be helpful. Basically, you just detach two and you can just shuffle their card into the deck. The first one is basically detach one like material, and then you can just change their monster face down defense. So basically, you've got a Book of Moon, and then you can just shuffle it into the deck. Is the other one, and I like it because with some monsters, like can't think of one. A monster what gets has an effect when it goes into the grave, like mermaids maybe, some cards like that. It just shuffles them into the deck and they don't get destroyed, so they don't get the effect. But I don't like it because it does that, but it helps with a lot. So it's just really handy to have it. Number 2, there's Ga Cowboy, and basically you can just put it in defense position and just minus the opponent 800 damage. And you think, oh, it's only 800, but that is like. It's quite funny actually when you beat someone with a cowboy and you just they've been destroying you, they've got like 700 left, they're just about to beat you next turn, and then you cowboy it and just win. The first effect isn't bad because you gain like 2,500 and they could have like 2,800 and they could lose. So they could have like a Dark Magician deck. I don't know who would have a Dark Magician deck and you just destroy their best monster. But yeah, it probably should be third, like there. But it's quite funny, yeah. So we sat on the right. This is my favourite because it can protect itself when it gets the material. So you can detach two, then target one special summoned monster, and you basically attach it as XYZ. The fact that I don't like is that the fact that it's a special summoned. You're mostly only going to use this on a special summoned monster, but it'd just be nice to have it on normal summoned as well. And yeah, so but you can use basically the material, any material, like one material, and it can't be destroyed. So it's just quite funny as well that watching them, they're basically like trying to destroy you, and you just detach it, so they're basically destroying their own monster. It is quite funny, and you can use. That's what I like about Castell on this. You can use it on basically any monster, so you could just use it on like an insane monster, and this doesn't destroy either. But they both target, which is, yeah. So these are my traps. Number 3 is Bottomless. The thing what's annoying with this is it's only 1,500 or more. Like, it's just that. And the fact that the monster gets sent to the grave and then banished. So they can still get those grave effects. But it's much better than Trap Hole, which I used to use. Because this gets special summon monsters and stuff like that as well. And it banishes them, which Trap Hole doesn't. So say they're using like a deck where they can just like recycle, you can just banish it, it's great. Mirror Force, we all know what it does. You can just destroy your opponent's monsters, and it's basically one of the best cards in the game. It has been for a long time, let's be honest. Then there's Fiendish. I haven't seen a lot of this played at the moment, I don't know why. It's one of my favourite cards in the game. You can, because it's the fact that they can't attack as well. So they get really hyped to summon this great monster, they can't attack, and it doesn't have an effect. It's just amazing. It just helps a lot. I basically play like 3 of these in every single deck, it's great. And it's probably one of my favourite cards in the game. And now there's literally my spells, and these are these aren't really in order, I don't know. Like that's for a certain deck, and that's for basically certain decks. So it's MST, it just destroys a spell trap. And MST does negate, by the way, guys. We all know this. And it's just solid, isn't it? Like, you use it in basically every deck you have. And it just destroys all traps and spells. The Soul Recharge, you're going to be like raping me in the comments. Saying like, oh, it's for Light Swarm, no a deck. But for me, who's like a big Light Swarm player, it's just amazing. Like, I don't know how you could have a Light Swarm deck without it. I know it's at 2, no, it's at 3 at the minute. But when it was like to 2 and shit, the deck was crap. And without it, it'd be nothing, to be honest. Like, the drawing of the cards makes it so much better than the other one. What's the other one? I need to find the other one. I'm not gonna find it. I can't remember what the other spell's called, but it's so much better than that because you can just straight up send 3 to the thing. But the fact that you draw as well in this is great. But I probably should put Regeki here as well because that's just another amazing card. It's quite good, quite funny. And then there's Monarchs. When I was early game, when I used to use like my Batchaman decks and crap, I used to use this a lot. Like, it was amazing. I've never actually used a Monarch deck, but maybe that's something for another day. But it's just one of those things where you need an extra monster and you can just use this, and it's just the fact that it's their monster just makes it better. Like, it's not just like you need one less tribute. You can just tribute, like, say you have like Blue Eyes out or something, tribute it, and then it's just funny. Like, tributing their monsters to your advantage. Well, it is to your advantage anyway, but it's like more to your advantage. And this is not anyone's like I've said before, this isn't anyone's like preference. This is like my an opinion. So I'm sorry if your favourite isn't in here. Maybe it is, but these are just my favourites. There is like better cards, I know, but you know, these are just my favourite. Did you like I put B, D, and J? So you didn't know. I'll probably do monsters at a later date, but that's basically it. And yeah, so there's probably going to be some deck profiles coming up as well later because I'm running out of duels with certain decks. So I don't want to use the same one every single time. It gets a bit boring, so I'm going to have to try and grind out some decks somehow with my amazing deck building skills. And yeah, so that's basically it. I might do one of these later. Adios.